Real Animals Fishing Show is presented by Mosaic, helping the world grow the food it needs. And by Yellowfin Yachts. Hey gang, today I'm fishing the South Shore of Tampa Bay, some waters I first cut my teeth on. My good friend Captain Mike Gore called and said the fish are going crazy. I grabbed my buddy Tino Martinez, Florida native, ex-Yankee great. We're gonna catch a lot of fish. Whatever you do, don't touch the dial, it's gonna be off the hook. What we did this morning, Captain Mike Gore and I ran out to the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. We caught some whitebait. We're fishing with some scaled sardines, some pilchards. And we ran across the bay onto the South Shore, and Mike's been catching some fish in here on this higher tide. We got a high tide this morning up along those mangrove shorelines. So we're gonna try and catch some snook here this morning. The tide runs out. We're probably gonna do some deep water trout fishing, some mackerel fishing. There's been a lot of bluefish in the bay. But today's one of them days we're just gonna try and catch a whole bunch of fish and see how it goes. It's a great time of the year. Winds are down, temperatures aren't too high. Should be a fantastic day on the water.
Nice, all ready. Oh, pull down to the side.
Get him out of the tree.
He's in that tree. Put that pole tip down in the water.
Right down in the water, Tino.
He's caught up. Yeah, rod tip in the water for me.
Drop it in the water, all the way down in the water.
Try to get him out of those trees.
He ate it and went right to the tree. Oh, he
There
came
he's
out.
out.
Atta
Good
boy.
job.
Rod tip high, rod tip high. Atta boy. Keep him out of the tree.
If you see him going in.
Here, stop reeling, stop reeling. Yeah. Stop reeling, let me crank your drag a little bit. There you go.
There he is.
Atta boy.
Nice. Good job getting him out of the trees.
Oh, the snooky. A snook to open for Tino. Atta boy. Trying to make us look good, aren't you, Tino?
It's all about the cast.
That's perfect, don't reel anymore. Here you go, give me a little line. Little line, little line, little line. There you go.
That's a good start.
Boy, he frayed that leader up in that mangrove, boy.
Yeah, he did.
Frayed it up good. There's a nice way to open the morning. Huh? Pretty fish, Tino. That'll
Wow, that's nice.
Look how dark he is from being back here in this water, up in the trees. Look at that hook, came out too.
Came out the other side.
We'd be dark just in the sun had not hit them.
Yeah, when they get in these back here in the backwater, they'll stay real dark, but as they move to the beaches in the summer, like they'll be like just bright silver.
They kind of match their bottom a little bit. So when they're in the back, they get dark to match their cover. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna change this leader out because I don't want Tino to hook a big fish and then lose it because I was too lazy to change the leader out.
Especially on TV.
Especially on TV, exactly. Yeah, if this was a regular charter, I'd let you fish it. But...
Yeah, they're way up under there.
Are they?
Woo! I better get rewarded for that cast. That was money.
Did you go get silly?
Yep. Oh!
You got rewarded, but you screwed it up.
Back. There he is.
Yeah, boy.
He's not a monster, but
Hey,
he'll work.
you know what? Early morning snook fishing, the South Shore of Tampa Bay. What do you think, Tino?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
That works, huh?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that works.
This is beautiful.
I could do
Water's
this.
crystal clear.
Yeah, I can do this. I can suffer through it. Oh boy.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to see we got a lot of those fish
Yeah.
again.
Yep. It's nice
Really
to see the smaller ones.
Yeah, really
Catching
is.
some big ones all year. And this is what we used to be able to do prior to that freeze. Just come to any spot and catch all these 21, 22 inchers. He was definitely on that high water, hanging tight on that tree line.
Yeah, well, that's what they do. They like that cover. They need that ambush point.
Circle hook did just what it was supposed to. Hold on, buddy, I'll let you go. Little guy, real big boy.
Come on, Bess.
All right, Anderson.
I know I'm the only one, huh?
You know, one down.
Story of my life.
You see what he does, Tino? He stands on top of the well so you can't get to the bait so he can catch up.
Nice. Closed captioning brought to you by Gator Ford. What was your favorite place to play?
My favorite place to play, well, my favorite stadium of all time, even when I was with the Seattle Mariners, other teams, old Yankee Stadium was a great stadium, but
Is that obviously because of the history?
The history, but it's a great place to hit too. I mean, it was a great short right field porch. You know, 50,000 people every night. The fans are great. I mean, it's just an awesome place to play. Real intense atmosphere every night.
Did you fish a lot as a kid growing up here?
Yeah, growing up, I grew up here in West Tampa, and my dad loved to go fishing. And almost every Saturday morning, especially in the wintertime when the weather was cold, he would take me and my two brothers out. We'd get up early in the morning, about 4:30, go to the 4th of July Cafe there on Howard, pick up Cuban sandwiches and have some coffee, and we were off. And we weren't the best fishermen. My dad wasn't the best fisherman, but his idea was to get my brothers and him out in the water and spend some quality time with him, which was
It's really what it's about.
Yeah, it's what it's all about. And looking back on those days, you know, some of the best times we ever had. And although we didn't catch much fish, if we did catch fish, it was usually trout out here in the bay somewhere. It was just a great experience, and I loved doing it. And then as I got a little bit older, in high school and stuff, my buddies on our baseball teams would love to go fishing, and all we did though was we didn't have any boats. So we'd all go to the Davis Island seawall over there and just spend half the morning there throwing the rod out, trying to catch whatever you can catch, and just, you know, spending time like this, which is so relaxing and enjoyable.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? I think it's a great way for families to get close.
Yeah, and I think that was my dad's idea. It really was. You know, because some days, you know, it's Saturday morning, and I didn't want to get up at 4:30 in the morning, you know, or you know, sometimes not go fishing, whatever. But when we did it, it was so much fun being out here, and you know, great father-son experience and time spent with my brothers. Oh.
That's all right, let it hang there. Sometimes, like, that bait just dangling in the water. He's got it. See?
Yep.
He'll pull it right off that limb. Good job. It's like such a tease. It's like kite fishing for snook.
Hey, buddy.
Here you go, Tino. Bring him right back here, buddy. I get you. I can't catch one. I might as well get yours off. I might as well take yours off. Little Snooky. He's so cute. Look how cute he is. Yeah, there's some big fish in here too. So. Nice, nice. Tino's got 2 this morning. Look at him, he's trained already too.
No,
he put the hook right in my face like, hey, you notice I didn't have a bait, right, Mike? Could you hook me up with a bait?
I'm getting excited here.
Yeah, look at this. There's a couple of different ways I like to hook these live baits. What I've been doing here mostly this morning is I've been going in the armpit. I call it the armpit, but what we're really doing is we're just sliding in right underneath that pec fin. And what happens here is there's no vitals right here. If you get too far into the belly, you'll hit some of the vitals and the bait won't survive. Here, the bait will swim upright, kind of helps you hide the hook, and it swims just fine, and it swims and lasts a long time. If you get into the vitals, you're gonna hurt them, they won't last you very long. The other way I like to hook them is through the nose. There's a little bit of, you can kind of see some nostrils on these baits, and if you get through there, that bone on top, come underneath that bone, especially if the tide's really ripping. Here, the tide isn't really ripping yet, so the baits can kind of swim around free. If you got a ripping tide, you don't want to hook them in the belly because then they'll turn sideways and they won't look natural. So then we go with that nose hook so that they're swimming into the nose of the tide and they look natural. Whatever you do and however you hook your bait, you're always looking for a natural presentation. That's going to be the key. sure I could get on the board here. You and Tino whooping up on me here this morning. Tino needs another bait. Yeah, his is a little jacked up. Come here, snookopotamus. Again, that circle hook right in the corner of the mouth. It took me a while to get used to it, but I promise you, if you switch to the circle hooks, it makes a big difference. 95, 98% of the fish we catch are all right in the corner of the mouth. That's really how you want to do it. Especially when you know you're going to be fishing and possibly catching some juveniles like this. Oh, ciao for now. All right, I'm on the board, boys. Look out. In today's Reel Animals Tackle Box, Captain Mike and I are using 7-foot 7-inch Omen and Envy medium heavy fast action spinning rods by 13 Fishing, Quantum Cabo PTS 40 and Boca 40 spinning reels with 15-pound braided line and 25-pound fluorocarbon reel. We're fishing with 2/0 Nautilus Light circle hooks with 3 to 4 inch live pilchards. Reel Animals Tackle Box is brought to you by Quantum, the real choice for the reel animals. Strike King, #1 in fishing lures. 13 Fishing, make your own luck. And Miralure, the record setter. Tide started to go out. What we did here is we moved out of the backcountry and we moved out into some deep grass. We're in about 6.5 feet of water, got some great grass bottom, got some big sand pockets in it. There's been a lot of trout out here, bluefish, Spanish mackerel, been catching some 3-4 foot blacktip sharks. So hopefully this will kind of give us something to keep us entertained till we can slide inside. We're gonna go look for some redfish a little bit later, so we'll see how the morning goes. But this has been a really good spot for us. As the summers get warmer, a lot of these fish, they hang in this little bit deeper water so they can cool off a little bit. Should be a good spot. See if we can try and catch up with Tino. He's been catching all the fish this morning.
Catching some nice speckled trout out here. You can see the grassy and the sand. So to kind of get it past the grass and work it back over to sand, they've been holding pretty low. So just do a slow retrieve where it's almost bumping the top of that grass.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh,
Double.
Tino, 2 double.
Swimming at us.
Oh, Tino
That's
with
a
a
nice
trout.
trout,
All right, we
yeah.
got to catch Tino a redfish.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have his slam.
2
Nice.
trout now. Good job, bro.
Thank you, man.
Hang on, I'll get the D-hooker. Nice fish, too.
Yeah, these
Look
some
at
nice
that.
trout
Nice
here.
big trout. This deep
We'll
water
keep
has been
Mike
holding
busy. You
them.
keep that one over there, then I'll make him come over here.
Nice fish right there. Look at that pretty color, huh? Oh,
Quick release.
quick release. No harm to the fish. Well done, attaboy. Thank you. All right, we're 2/3 of the way.
Right?
2/3 of the way.
That's a decent trout here,
trout
yeah.
right here. That's a good fish right there. That's a good fish right there.
Yeah, with these trout, they usually, when you catch one, you'll catch 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. They
Yeah.
always seem to be bunched up in that same area.
Yep.
So there's a good chance we'll get a few more right here.
Uh-oh, fish on, baby.
There we go. There we go, fish on.
Oh,
Fish on, Michael.
Another nice trout.
Oh,
We got a
you let
double?
go.
Oh, nice trout, all right.
I'll get him
We're
for
gonna
you.
all be 2/3 of the way to the slam here.
Yeah.
Oh, he came off, we're good.
Did he?
Perfect, yep, perfect
Sweet.
release.
Now I don't have to do the D-hook.
We weren't keeping him anyway.
Good job, brother.
Come on, Tino.
Tino on again?
Yes.
You might want to fish right next to him.
I'm telling you.
He is right next to me, right there. About
Yeah,
5
ain't doing
yards
me any
away.
good.
Shaking his head, or it's a catfish? Jack.
It's a jack.
Yeah, we're just mixing it all up. Little Jack Crevalle, fun to fight. Baby
Fish.
boy compared to what we have been getting some 8-10 pounders lately.
Oh, I got him
There
right
you
here.
go.
Dude, nice.
Good job.
Nice trout. Attaboy.
He followed you pretty much all the
Oh,
way in, didn't
yeah.
he?
I was about to reel it in.
Yeah, well, nice fish. Oh boy. You know, I thought we'd have to at least teach Tino some stuff. He just shows up, starts catching fish.
Yeah, you are teaching me, man.
Attaboy.
Tell me exactly where to throw the rod.
The Real Animals Fishing Show, Tip of the Week, is brought to you by Mosaic. Guys, this week I want to talk to you in the Tip of the Week about setting up your trip based on the tide. Here on the west coast of Florida, we get pretty good moving tides certain times of the month. Today we kind of had good moving water early, it was coming in, and it was going to kind of stall out for about 40-45 minutes. It was going to turn around and go out. The outgoing was going to be a little slow. So what we did was we set up our trip knowing that early in the morning we were going to get a shot at those snook. Can be a little stubborn in the backcountry. We fished in an area that was kind of squeezed down where that moving water gets moving just a little bit faster because it's in a narrow area. We went out front during the slow in the tide and caught some trout in some deeper water, and that tide was going out. We know that the place we were headed, the redfish prefer that outgoing tide on that flat, and the whole thing worked out perfect. It doesn't always work that way, but if you learn to set up your trip based on your tide, I promise you, you'll catch more fish. Now, one of the easiest ways you can do that, our good friends at Florida Sportsman here have a book out called the Fishing Planner. This gives you all the tides for all of the major tide stations in the whole state of Florida in it. So it's a real easy reference point. I keep one in my truck. That way, whenever I want to know the tides, wherever I'm fishing in the state, I can go to this book, go to that date in the tide chart, and it all comes together for me. Also, you can pick up one of these. It's just a little tide chart. Most of your bait and tackle stores, especially in and around the waterways, will have these. This one, you know, they can advertise their business and phone number and address on it, but it also has all the tides and moon phases on it. So it's a great tool, great reference, and again, if you learn to set your trips up based on the tides, where you want to be at certain times in that tide, where those fish will be eating, I promise you, you'll catch more fish. Real Animals Tip of the Week, brought to you by Mosaic. What we did now was we changed gears a little bit. We caught a bunch of snook in our first spot this morning. Went to some deeper water, caught some really nice trout. Now we're up on another flat here on the south end of Tampa Bay. It's been holding some really nice redfish. There's been some trout and some snook kind of mixed in, so it wouldn't surprise me if we caught some of those too. But there's been quite a few redfish up here. We had a little bit of weather roll through a couple days prior to this, and it might have moved those fish out of here. But we're going to take a look and see if we can catch Tino a redfish yet and get him that inshore slam this morning.
There's a red, nice red.
Sorry, Tino, I wanted you to catch
No,
this
no,
morning.
we're good.
Cast one up in there. He's usually not by himself.
Right out of the mullet, baby. Right out of the mullet.
Picture perfect. Nice fish. Look at that one.
Nice fish, pretty fish. Come this way,
You two
come this
switch.
way. Yep, going under you. Playing through. Well, nice big redfish.
Now he comes back.
too. Nice redfish.
Woo! Good job, Mike. Yeah, put one back in those mullet.
That net's in there, buddy. Nice oversized fish right here. It's nice you guys let the host get involved and all.
We were just letting you get the nice red. We're taking
had
care.
that- you
We're
guys
taking
had
care
that.
of the small stuff for you.
Oh, look at Tino.
There
My
we
bad.
go.
There's an inshore slam.
Yeah. Keep that pole up a little bit. There you go. Keep that tip up. Watch that choke.
Tino, what's wrong with that rod? What's wrong with that rod? It's got a bend in it.
It's been a while.
Nice fish, buddy.
Nice fish, Mike.
Yeah, this is nice.
There
Nice.
we go.
Hey, Mikey
Woo.
Gore, give me some, boy. Oh,
Fat boy
down
right
in the,
there.
Down in the water. If you got to put your rod tip in the water, don't be afraid of it. Here, I'll get this one. Get Tino. Ooh, come here, Betsy. I got it.
Nice fish, Tino.
Oh, boy.
Almost like we planned it.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know what that was? It was textbook. We came in nice and quiet, worked our way in on the trolling motor, and everything right there was just textbook perfect.
And there you go. Woo! Look how bronze they are in here. In that darker water.
Beautiful.
Good job, bud.
Thank you.
Nice fish.
Captain Mike Gore, what a great day on the water, my friend.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate you having me out.
We fish side by side so much. It's nice just to get to go fishing with you. Spend
been
a day on the water.
Way too long.
Yeah, good
Way too
stuff.
long.
Tino Martinez,
Mike?
way to put on a clinic, buddy.
Hey, no,
The
thank you,
inshore
man.
slam this morning.
It's all because of you guys. It's the coaching. Great coaching, man.
Thanks,
Great
dude.
coaching. Just
Thanks, man.
You just told me where to put it.
Super good stuff. If you're coming to Central Florida, and we certainly hope you do, you want to go fishing here, Captain Mike Gore is the name you need to know. 1-866-GAME-FISH is the number. Give me a call. I'll get you set up with Captain Mike. For more great fishing info, log on to the website, realanimalsfishingteam.com. Remember, you can follow me on Facebook at Facebook/RealAnimals. And until next week, don't let your kid be the one that got away. Real Animals Fishing Show has been brought to you by Mosaic, helping the world grow the food it needs.